Hi guys, it's Mel. I am back with another wax haul, this time from a new to me vendor, and this is Dessa's Homespun scents. So she has a shop on Etsy, and I had seen her shop mentioned a few times on a Facebook group I'm a member of. It's What Smells So Good, and everybody always had very positive feedback. So I decided to go ahead and place an order. I placed it on Tuesday. Today is Friday, and it arrived this afternoon. So you cannot beat the speed of shipping there. I ordered a 15, what was it? A pack of 15 scent shots in my choice of scents. And I noticed that a lot of her scents, she had a lot of pumpkin blends. So before they disappear with changes of season, I decided to go ahead and order them in case, I don't know if she swaps scents out because of seasons. But my fiance was running low. His stash was running painfully low, so I let him go shopping, quote unquote, through my stash. And I decided to go ahead and treat him. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So I decided to get him some wax as an early Valentine's Day gift. And I actually didn't think this would be until after Valentine's Day, but now it'll be an early Valentine's Day gift. So she included the invoice, and she has a nice little note here. Thank you so much for your order. I hope you enjoy everything. Happy melting, Dessa. Which is a nice note. And I need to pull everything out of the packaging, but I just wanted to show you. She tied these little packages with cloth ribbon. How cute is that? And everyone is different. And it's real good, just pieces of cloth. So there you go. It's a linen, I think. There you go. So I just thought that was a really nice touch I had not seen from another vendor before. Let me go ahead and get everything out of the plastic so we can sniff them. I'll be right back. Okay, got everything out of the plastic, and Dessa, thank you. So I had ordered a 15 pack of scent shots, and she included 3 samples. So that was completely unnecessary, Dessa, but absolutely generous. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I did not write down the scent descriptions for these samples because I didn't realize they were coming. I'm way too lazy to go on Etsy right now, but they're pretty self-explanatory. And she picked really well for me. Blueberry Cobbler. Yum, yum, yum. So the blueberry is by far the star in this blend, as it should be. You get the bakery note in there. It's just a general sweetness, but overall it's that blueberry coming through. That's delicious. Mango Tango. I love mango, but I very rarely find a mango scent I very much like. And I'll tell you, on the camera, this is coming out more yellowy. This is a really beautiful orange color. Very mango color in person. And that is mango. So I don't know where all of you are from or how far this retailer reaches. Where I'm from, which is originally Pennsylvania, we have Rita's water ices. I live in Maryland now. I don't even know. I don't recall seeing a Rita's down here, but in PA, Rita's was the place to go to in the summer. They were only open during the summer season. The very first day they opened in the spring, they would give out free water ice. The best water ice you've ever had. And my favorite was the mango. And this is exactly what it smells like. It was Rita's mango water ice. So you Pennsylvanians and Delawareans and wherever else Rita's is, that's what it smells like. Delicious. Orange Kissed Cupcake. And that, again, that the camera really is not reflecting. This is an even bolder orange than the other one. So I don't do many orange scents unless they come with blends I don't pick. This one's really good. You get the sweetness there. It almost reminds me of an Orange Julius. So, not quite, I guess. I haven't had an Orange Julius in years. My fiance actually got one last year when we were out at the mall. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I still had Orange Julius. But this is a very good orange. It's a sweet orange. It's not knock your Socks Off Citrus, which I like. It's a sweeter citrus, so that is very good. So again, Dessa, thank you so much for all the samples. That was, and I know I always say that, but no vendor has to include freebies in their orders. It is such a nice touch. I never expect it, but when I have an order with some freebies in it, I'm just so grateful and thank you. And I just want to emphasize it is completely unnecessary, but always appreciated. So here, the rest of these are the 15 I ordered, and I organize them in alphabetical order because that's how I have my scent descriptions here. So we will start with Berry Coconut Zinger, and she describes this as, remember the afternoon snacks of days gone by. This is reminiscent of a cream-filled berry zinger cake and topped with shredded coconut. Oh, those were the good old days. Now, I had to look up what a zinger cake was because I had never heard of it before. And I saw multiple different types. So, wow. The first note I got was coconut, but immediately behind that was raspberry. And it's a very sweet raspberry. And then you get an overall bakery note to it too, but a sweet, warm, buttery bakery note, more like a white cake. That is delicious. Yummy. Buttercream pumpkin. So this is delicious traditional recipe of buttery pumpkin blended with fresh, rich buttercream. And again, I don't know why my camera really is not picking up. These colors look very muted on camera, but they're very bright and bold in person. So this is more of a spicy pumpkin, but it's not overly spicy. This is the kind of spice level I can handle. And then you have that buttercream in there. That's nice. That one is for the fiance. I'm just going to go ahead and set his aside. This was definitely about 50-50 order for him and order for me. Butterscotch Brickle. Of course, you know I love butter brickle and butterscotch. So thick, rich, gooey layer of butterscotch generously poured over a buttery cookie bottom and baked in a cast iron skillet. I liked her descriptions. They are very, very descriptive. She very much paints a picture, and I'm by profession a copywriter, so I do marketing work. I like that. I can appreciate that. So this is a very good butterscotch. It's not overly sweet, but it's very rich, which I like. That's yummy. I might be nice and give this, yeah, I'm going to give that to the fiance. I love him. And I have plenty of butterscotch around. And I don't usually give up my butterscotch, so you must know how much I love him. This is Coffee and Donuts. So she says, we've combined the best of both worlds, rich but robust coffee blended with our cinnamon glazed donuts. And again, I usually keep all coffee blends for myself, so I figured I'd pick him up one. So for me, this is the perfect amount of cinnamon. It is not at all overwhelming, but oh my God, that coffee is deep. That is like the richest, deepest, darkest coffee you can imagine. And then paired with cinnamon and some sweetness in it. That is delicious. Crap. I want to keep that one, but I bought it for him, so I will be honest. This one is Country Kettle Corn. This one is for me. The air is brisk, the pumpkins are carved, and the fall festival awaits. Fresh popped popcorn is drizzled in sugar, sweet vanilla, and brown sugar and molasses to create the most delicious sweet and salty snack. Now, I do not personally like kettle corn to eat, but I love all the kettle corn blends. And this is good. It's both buttery and sweet with that popcorn note. Ah, that's delicious. Love this. Love it. And I haven't melted any kettle corn in a while, so not since this fall, so that'll be good to have. All right, ginger appletini. I love ginger. Love cooking with ginger, and I usually like ginger scent, so whenever I see a ginger, I get excited. Fresh and bright, juicy green apples and ripe pineapple are mixed with fizzy orange and sprinkled with ginger spice. And this is perfect. It is definitely more of the Granny Smith apple. I don't get much of the pineapple, Although I'm sure that'll come out a warm. And I'm glad I don't, because sometimes pineapple is one of those overwhelming scents. And then you just get a slight note of ginger in there. That's perfect. A little bit of ginger goes a long way in my book. All right, Homespun Goodness. Scrumptious bakery blend of sweet almond and orange chiffon cake with a splash of tart mandarin. Another one for me. See, that one shows up a little better, that orange. I mean, but it's still dulled compared to the way it is in person. So this is a much heavier, stronger, brighter citrus note. Unlike the Orange Kiss Cupcakes, which was a sweeter citrus, sweeter orange, this is definitely more of a brighter citrus. Very good, very different. Different from the Orange Kiss Cupcake. And you get that almond note in there too. That's delicious. I'm not getting much of a bakery in there, but again, it really doesn't need to be, because with the almond and the orange, just having a slight bit of sweetness is enough. All right. Maple cornbread muffins. Old-fashioned cornbread baked in a cast iron skillet is generously topped with warm maple butter. Yum. Dessa, you can come over and make that for me if you want. Oh. I love cornbread blends. And this is perfect. It has just the right amount of cornbread and maple sugar. That is to die for. That is probably my favorite scent so far. And maybe that Orange Kiss Cupcake. I'm really excited she sent that as a sample, because that was delicious. All right, now we go into a whole stretch of Fiancé wax. Pumpkin caramel drizzle. Fresh baked pumpkin pie drizzled with a layer of sticky, gooey, salted caramel. And again, this is not it's a spicy pumpkin, but it's not overly spicy. It's almost like there is a creamy pumpkin baked with a little bit of spice. I'm not getting much caramel, only a sense of kind of warmth to it. It's good. He'll love that. Pumpkin cookie crunch. Super rich pumpkin cookie loaded with delicious yumminess, caramelized sugar, whipped cream, French vanilla, cardamom, cinnamon, and Vermont maple sugar are blended to create this scrumptious dessert. That was a mouthful of ingredients. Now, see, this is my kind of pumpkin blend. It's definitely sweeter than spicier. There's an overall rich bakery buttery note to it with the pumpkin. That is very nice. I like that. That's good. And I have to say, I love these scent shots, the kind of oval scent shots. They just seem to pop out always so well, which I appreciate. All right, wipe off my hands. I'm getting too many scents on my fingers. All right. Pumpkin Harvest Chai. He loves chai. I am hit or miss. I have to really be in the mood to drink some chai. But he loves it, so I figured he'd like this one. Creamy vanilla, fresh pumpkin, and spicy notes of cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg are blended with creamy milk to create this delicious fall beverage. And this is by far one of the spicier blends. I get the pumpkin though. The pumpkin's still in there amongst all the spice. And I get a slight creamy note too. Again, I struggle with the spicy blends just because they're not my cup of tea. Cup of chai. So I sometimes struggle a little bit more to distinguish specific scents in there, but he's gonna love that. Salted caramel. Blend of buttery caramel, brown sugar, and rich vanilla sprinkled with a dash of sea salt. You can smell how gooey this is. This is so good. So this one I'm keeping. And what I might do is melt one half alone and then blend the other half with something else. That's so good. It's caramelly and you do get that salt note. Yummy. Sparkling Spritzer. This is such a refreshing scent. Sparkling, effervescent, fizzy blend of fresh citrus, mandarin orange, lemon, lime, ginger, and a splash of cinnamon. Smells just like ginger ale. Sit back with a tall, chilled glass and relax. You can almost hear the bubbles. That's what she writes. Oh my god, this is so good. It is ginger ale. So I love to do these more effervescent scents in the morning. if I'm going to be around in the morning, especially when I work from home, because I'm a writer. Sometimes I need lots of quiet if I have a lot of writing to do, so I will work from home. That's why you'll get so many videos of me like, oh, I'm working from home today. I do actually work, believe it or not. But to get going in the morning, especially when you work from home, you know, it's kind of tempting sometimes to sit back, watch TV while you drink, watch the news while you drink your coffee. This sort of scent really gets me going right from the start. So that'll be great. Sugared shortbread, just like Mom used to make, she writes. The comforting aroma of freshly baked shortbread in a cozy country kitchen. These have a sweet crisp outside with buttery sweet center, then lightly dusted with powdered sugar. Yum, 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 yum. And I'm assuming this is going to be very different. I want to, again, wipe my fingers off as much as possible. So there we go. So this is sugary and buttery. Not, like, I think of shortbread as being extremely buttery. This is not as buttery as I would have expected, but it's definitely a different scent than you would have in, say, like a sugar cookie. It's a little richer than that, if that makes sense. It's not as sweet. It's delicious. I'm gonna love that. Sweet orange and chili pepper, because you kind of have to. Strong sweet and spicy fusion of juicy orange and fiery chili pepper. So I had to try this one. I love having chili pepper in dark chocolate to eat. So I'm always intrigued by like chili spice blended with other things. I have a candle from Bed Bath & Beyond that's something in chili pepper. Now I can't, maybe popcorn and chili pepper, something like that. It is to die for. I love it. It's so good. Wow. So this is orange. It's a bright orange. And that chili is about the most realistic chili I have ever smelled. It's almost like opening up your spice cabinet and just taking a couple teaspoons of chili pepper and putting it right in the wax. That is very realistic. I can't wait to melt this. That's going to be a very interesting blend. So that's it. Boy, he always gets cheated. Like, I'm like, oh, he's getting missed with this order, but they're the ones I'm keeping. So I'm keeping 12 and he just gets 6. You can see. Oh well, I have the worst habit than he has. Dessa, thank you so much. I am absolutely thrilled with your product, and thank you again for the samples. Again, she's on Etsy. There's her shop link there. I've heard great things about her, and I can see that it's very much deserved. So exciting. All right, guys, take care, and I will be back very soon with another video.